It's not.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pearls Politics Show. I'm sending out invites now to let everybody know that we are live. I wasn't planning on having a show tonight, but we had a request from one of our top fans to have it, and so here we are. But we was trying to take us a holiday week off. All right, standing by, ready to come in. It's the heartbeat of the South in my every heartbeat. My son and co-host Tim Harrington. Hey Tim,
Hey, Ma, how's everybody doing?
how you doing?
All right, all right.
I did not publicize the show, so we may
Yeah,
not have many people to come
right,
in the show tonight. But I'm gonna share, and you can share, and we'll go with the few that we get in there. So
right, right.
yeah. So we're gonna put Pearl's Politics greeting down there. Hello and welcome everybody. And
Mm,
I'm gonna continue to go ahead and share right now and see if we can get some people in to get in on the show. All
yeah,
right. I was trying to see if I can find Paul from Canada
yeah.
and a few more. Who else you got on your list?
Uh, Paul, Mary, Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra. Let's see if I can find Sandra. Sandra Dwayne. All right, we send it out to them. All right, so here we go. Uh, Thank you guys so much for coming in, and those of you watching now, and maybe those of you who will watch on the replay. As I said, we wasn't going to have a show tonight. However, there was one of our top fans that did. Oh, I know one group I got to share this to, who did publicize that we were going to have Pearl's Politics. Well, she told them, don't forget about Pearl's Politics. So I said, well, I wasn't going to have a show, but uh, I'm going to put join us in here. Okay. But since she decided to tell everybody and publicize that we were having a show, she told them, don't forget about the show tonight. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to get my fans on, and here it's hot in the studio. Yeah, I got one on me, but I got to get the second one going here. Just a minute. That's far as it's gonna go. All right, I guess I'll make that work. All right. Okay, so Tim,
Yes.
I don't know if you've been watching the politics or not, but there's a lot going on. I hadn't been watching it. I just watched most of it this morning. I had
Okay.
I had not been watching, the holiday and the pre-holiday
Right.
uh, because I knew they'd probably be doing a lot of July 4th stuff and history lessons, and I didn't need any of that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but the latest news is that they found some cocaine powder.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about.
Okay, but I'll
But
let
we
you
both
know.
can talk about it now. We can both jump in on that.
Yeah, yeah. So They claim that it was a heavily trafficked area because, everybody's mind probably jumped to. Hi, Kathy. There she is. Everybody's mind probably jumped to Hunter,
Yeah.
and but they say it was a heavily trafficked area. What do you think?
You know, I mean, this administration, I tell you, it's just, I ain't never seen anything like it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the White House is one of the most prestigious offices uh,
Mm-hmm.
that you can work in. And to
Mm-hmm.
have something of a illegal narcotic being found there is not a good look. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
bad look. It's
Mm-hmm.
unacceptable. Um,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, they took measures, whether they mean drug testing everybody immediately or what have you. But this is something that we do not would even think or phantom about. Is cocaine being found in the White House?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So if
Yeah.
it's a heavily trafficked area, uh, why is it a heavy trafficked area? That's the West Wing. That's supposed to be limited trafficked area. So, I mean, come on now, it's a conflict somewhere. You can't
Well,
have the West Wing being a heavily trafficked area.
right. What they said originally, they were saying it was not found there. They're now saying it was found in the cubby.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, it's like a locker room when you lock up your stuff,
yeah.
and they got lockers for the staff, right?
Right.
And for guests, I suppose that come in.
Right.
And it's like when you go to a gym and
Yeah.
you lock up your stuff. You can pick any locker; they're not assigned or anything,
Right.
except for probably the VIPs. They may have assigned lockers, but it's like
Hmm.
when you go to a gym and you just pick a locker, you put your stuff in there and you lock it up.
Right.
That's the kind of cubby hole they're talking about, right?
Okay. Okay.
So Um, and so I think that this is why they're trying to declare that they don't know whose it is simply because probably the lockers are not assigned to
Right.
people.
Right.
Unless I'm pretty sure a certain portion of those lockers probably are assigned to staff.
Right.
But I'm sure that they have lockers with no names for visitors, reporters and things like that, people like those.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's why they're saying that they don't know who it is. Now, having been dealing with procurement, I can understand how those unassigned lockers would be hard to determine
Right.
who may have put what in what locker. And it is going to take some investigation, but people are so impatient they don't want to wait. They just want to start blaming people.
Right.
But it's going to take a lot of CVT camera work, to try to follow to see which person did use that locker, and then depending on you know when it was actually put there,
Yeah.
two or three people may have used the same cubbyhole. So that's a lot of camera footage to go through.
Well.
And I'm not defending the White House, but you gotta be bipartisan on an issue like this. You
Right.
for me, I want you to speak your opinion in just a minute. But
Okay.
for me, um, I can't lay blame right now on Hunter because it's a lot of people that use cocaine, okay?
Yeah.
And and
Yeah.
like I say, since I know how the setup is about the cubby holes,
Hmm.
which are just lockers, and there is people trafficking in and out, but it's not heavily trafficked, not like the
Right.
White House said. But it's still gonna take time to find out how many people put their stuff in this particular locker. All right. So what do you
Yeah.
say?
Um, I don't think that it'll take a whole lot of investigation because here's the thing about it. the White House is one of the most secure areas, was supposed to be one of the most secure areas uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the United States. I think that when they do find out who it is, we won't find out who it is. It
Mm-hmm.
will be some stated as a visitor or an employee. Um, I, when I think,
They gonna use somebody for a passage. You know they got to.
yeah, yeah, because you got to give the people what they want. The people want an explanation, and we want a
Yeah,
corporate.
yeah.
Uh, it took me back to the crack era. I
Mm-hmm.
remember a report that I had watched back then in that area, and it was talking about all the Wall Street workers,
Oh yeah.
how addicted they were to cocaine.
Oh yeah, they were
Right.
and
So,
still are. It is
right,
nothing.
right, right. So,
It's business as usual. There's nothing stopped us. We worry
uh,
about lost their money.
absolutely, absolutely. So, by that. I'm not being green in the area. We know that they are some high pressure jobs and positions that people are feeling. They're probably running on 3-4 hours sleep max.
Yeah,
Not to make no excuse for them, like you said. However, we live in the real world,
yeah,
and hell, we're getting drugs smuggled over here as they will find the cocaine. No cocaine coming into America.
yeah,
So yeah, I agree with you on the outcome. They're gonna have to have somebody's gonna have to be the corporate, uh, and yeah. So I don't think we can do is just stand by. But I tell you one thing, we know who ain't using it, and that's Sleepy Joe.
why? You don't think he used it? Maybe that's
God,
why he's
he
sleeping.
always sleep. He's never up. He's always sleep.
So cocaine don't make you sleepy, huh?
No
I, w-
cocaine. It's an
I
up
wouldn't
again.
know.
Yes, a
Really?
up. And
Okay.
Sleepy Joe is a downer, so we know it's not him. He's eliminated.
Okay. All right then. All right. So that's going to be, like I say, I'm still sharing because we weren't supposed to have the
Yeah,
show, and a lot of people
yeah,
probably just saying, where they took the holiday week except for Friday
right.
night. That's what I said.
Yeah,
But Kathy, we're having this show for you. All
yeah. This
right.
one's for you, Cat, and all the other watchers and viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But they'll probably catch it. They'll catch it on replay
yeah,
once they
yeah,
see that we did actually broadcast.
right. Oh,
So yeah, but it's just another thing to talk about. Uh, a distraction, another distraction
yeah,
to take away from the real issue. What is the real
right,
issue? The real issue is that we are a little under a year, well, a little over a year away from having our general election,
right.
which is going to be November of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So what that puts us 14 months away, pretty much somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right.
So I understand that we got 6 states that will hold the key to the White House. And when
Okay.
we come back, hi there, Muscle Man, say Trump 24. Well, you Muscle Man, you need to stay tuned because I probably got some good news for you about these 6 swing states. All right, so just stay tuned and go ahead and invite some more friends to watch this show. And we're not gonna hold you long. We're not one of those 2-3 hour shows now. So just give us a little bit of your time, just a little bit. We'll be back, y'all. Continue watching. Don't forget to hit the like buttons so that you can earn a badge from Facebook for the Pearls Politics Show. All right?
All
We'll be
right.
back.
Welcome to the Shack 12 Week Shred. My name is Rock Shabazz, and I'm here to take you through the same program that I made for this guy right here.
This program is without a doubt a huge reason why I was able to get fit and stay fit. If you put in the work and stay consistent, you just might be able to keep up. It's time for you to get to work.
What am I gonna get? Ooh, cherries. Oh, okay. How about cherry ice cream? With sprinkles? And maybe a baguette. And a French boy. Bonjour. Ooh la la, baby. You know what I need? Bath bombs. Bombs away! Gotta have Takis. Oh, I need balls. Okay, I'm gonna need some glue. Oh, and a new charger. I can never find those things. And I gotta get flowers for mommy. And a little something for me. Can I get a robe?
And we're back.
That's right. So with the 2024 presidential election approaching, both parties are eyeing y'all pathways to victory.
Yeah.
And they must deal with the 6 swing states. Got to deal with that.
Right.
And a band of swing states in the Midwest and Sun Belt will be at the top of the list for these contenders. And there is a distinct possibility that the 2024 race could be a rematch of the 2020 election.
Oh.
Wow. So what are those states? All right. So the states are, let's start with Arizona. All right. So in 2012 margin, Romney had a plus 9% lead for that state.
Okay.
2016 margin, Trump had a plus 3.5%. In a 2020 margin, Biden had 0 plus percent. Well, actually 0.3. So he had 3/10.
Right.
Alexander, he had 0.3%. But according to Arizona, it looks like Arizona, for as a swing state, will be voting Republican. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Next state is Georgia. Now that's one that's interesting because there's been a whole lot going on with Georgia. In fact, you know, we still got that lawsuit that's coming up against Donald about all I need is what was it, 11 more votes or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phone conversation, right?
Yeah.
So in Georgia, in the 2012 margin, Romney had plus 7.8%.
Okay.
And 2016, Trump had plus 5.1%.
Okay.
And the 2020 margin, Biden had 0.2%. Tim laughing at that one. Tim, why you laughing?
Yeah. We're getting a lot of zeros. They're hitting the nail on the head.
So you hear them zeros, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Now, you know, a lot of people think that Georgia is mostly black populated, but which I think it may be.
It is.
But not all of it. But see, here's a lot of things. Here's something that people don't know about. They don't want to believe that there's a lot of black people that voted for Trump. They really don't want to believe that. Otherwise, these swing states wouldn't be pulling in the Republican vote if that wasn't the truth with people of color.
Right.
Because we know that Arizona is mostly what? Well, I mean, it ain't mostly, but it has a pretty good percentage of Hispanics, right?
Yes.
All right, so the next state is Michigan, Mary. Up there in Michigan. This is your state that's coming up, all right? 2012 margin, Obama had a plus 9.5%. Okay. 2016 margin, Trump had a 0.2%.
Oh.
2020 margin, Biden had plus 2.8%. So we can see what this is running. Michigan is running Democratic.
Yeah.
In past history. Okay. So far we got Republicans 2, Democrats 1, right?
Right.
All right. The next state, Nevada. That's the gambling state. I think Donald probably known around there pretty well.
Yeah.
In fact, he has a tower down there. Trump Tower in Nevada.
Right.
So okay, here's the margin where it went. 2012, Obama plus 6.7. 2016 margin, Clinton point two. I mean plus 2.4. 2020 margin, Biden plus 2.4.
Okay.
No record for the Republican vote there. So it seems like Republicans got a vote. So now we're 2-2, right?
Correct.
So seems like Republican Party's got a lot of work to do on Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there was no report given for Republicans. All right.
Right.
Pennsylvania.
Mm.
Okay.
Commonwealth.
2012 margin, Obama 0.5.4%.
Okay.
2016 margin, Trump 0.7%.
Okay.
2020 margin, Biden plus 1.2%. So it seems like in 2020 they went Democratic.
Yeah.
And so what was that? 3-2 now?
Yes, correct.
3 Democrats, 2 Republicans, right?
Correct.
All right, keep that score for me, Tim, because we're coming up to Wisconsin.
Okay.
2012 margin, Obama plus 6.9. 2016 margin, Trump plus 0.8%. 2020 margin, Biden plus 0.6%. So what we got? 4-2 Democrat?
4-2 Democrat.
All right, so that's 6 states, right?
Yep.
Okay, but since then we know for sure that Pennsylvania is having some issues with the guy that ran the campaign from the basement and went to jail. What's his name? Oh gosh, I can't think of his name right now. They voted him for was it governor or what is he? He was a lieutenant governor, so that means that he must be. If he was lieutenant governor, what is it? I can't think of his name right now.
But anyhow,
huh?
Is he gone to jail?
Yeah, he went to jail for something.
Oh,
he's still serving in jail. So anyway, I can't think of his name, but so Pennsylvania, they got very disappointed after they elected him.
Okay.
Now, Wisconsin is pulling up, according to insider reports from, and by the way, this report that I'm giving comes from BusinessInsider.com.
Right.
But the Republicans are pulling up in Wisconsin. So, as you can see, the 6 battleground states will hold the key to the White House. Yeah. 2024 Arizona, between 1952 and 2016, Arizona backed the Republican presidential nominee in every election except for 1996.
You know, when I think about it, I just hope and pray that we be able to make it to the elections, because like you say, we got 14 months left.
That's a long time.
That's a long time with this administration. I mean, every corner we've turned, it's been humiliation. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of damage that could be done in 14 months. So, yeah, should be interesting.
But you know what? I really don't agree with the business.com report. I don't think that those are not all of them would be the states.
Yeah, I don't really follow those because you really have to go off a feel of what the people want.
You know the reason why I don't agree with it? Because it's too far away.
Yeah, that too, definitely.
Yeah. Now, when we get to July, this time a year from now, if we make it to July without a war coming, must end, because the Bidenomics has set us up for war. We've made enemies with China. I mean, we're already well,
Russia.
we were frenemies. We were frenemies with China,
Right.
and frenemies with Russia. But
Yeah.
now we're enemies with China and
Yeah.
enemies with Russia.
Yes.
So, what is the difference between a frenemy and an enemy? And a frenemy is someone who pretends to be your friend.
Yeah.
Russia, Putin pretended to be the U.S.'s friend as long as Trump was in.
Right.
Can I get
Yeah.
an amen on that?
Yeah.
Can everybody agree on that in the audience? Can y'all agree with me on that much?
Well, I wouldn't. I, you, I would not expect any less from China or Russia, because here's the thing.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry. That's the music man. Oh, music man, I'm sorry. I need some new glasses. I was calling you muscle man. I didn't see the eye. Please
yeah,
excuse me.
that's all right. But yeah, I don't expect anything different from China or Russia, and I tell you why I say that, because every soldier, we can be cordial, frenemies, or however you want to term it, but when it gets down to the wire, I'm going to fight for my country. So I have a outlook of respect when it comes to that, and Trump has that same stance. Um, so I get that. I really get that from them, from China and from Russia and Trump.
Well, Trump ain't gonna play with them.
And they know that. And they know that.
They know that. That's mean why they really, really, really doing everything they can do right now to cause confusion and chaos.
Yes.
But but how far is the Department of Defense in the White House gonna let them go? They shot down one of our expensive drones yesterday, I believe it was.
Oh man.
Yeah, they took fire at 3 of them and shot down one. And this was over the Arabian airspace. We were trying to get some. Yeah, we were trying to get some footage over there in Syria on ISIS.
Yeah.
Doing monitoring ISIS, and they sent 3 jetters after our 3 drones, and that's something that they had never done before. Every time the United States let Russia get away with one thing, they'll take it a step further. You see?
Well, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Well, it goes back to what we were saying. The lines have been drawn. Make no mistake about it. Um, I don't know if this administration is delusional or what have you. The lines were already drawn for us. China, Russia, all of our enemies, and for some reason,
we got North Korea.
yeah,
They're quiet right now because they're trying to see how far the United States is gonna let Russia and China go.
Exactly.
Then we got ISIS. Don't forget about them. They still,
right.
roughing up. And then and there was one more. That's the United States. It was China, Russia, North Korea. There was one more besides ISIS. Left my mind right away, but anyway, it'll come to me. Yeah, anyway, we got about 4 or 5 enemies right now.
Right. And
on our coattails, all right.
Yeah, everybody's watching and everybody's waiting. And this administration, I have to start at the top with Biden. He's delusional. If he thinks there's any type of frenemies or anything of that nature that are going along with America right now, they're not.
Well, I can understand. Don't nobody in the United States want to see war on us.
Nobody.
However, what is it that Trump had that kept them away and off of us that Biden doesn't have?
Yeah, backbone.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was no backbone.
no
Uh,
backbone.
I don't know if that I should gas with that or laugh at that. I don't know whether to gas or laugh, but
Well,
truth is the truth, and the truth
well, you know
hurts.
what they say, right? They say if you walk into a room full of people and you don't know who the fool is, it's you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I said that to say it still boils down to the character of the man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it doesn't matter if you're president or not. You're a man first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trump has that.
That's
Um,
right. That's right.
he definitely has that. He's not afraid to use that. He's not afraid to show that. Um, it's just a lack thereof when it comes to Biden. We stuck with him. You know what I mean? Because his health is failing tremendously,
Yeah.
faster than what they're reporting to us. We don't know if
Yeah.
the man is going to be able to make it through 14 more months.
That's
And
true.
at the rate he's going, I don't know. Kamala may end up having to take over. What's her name? Kamala, the vice president.
You like the reporters
Yeah,
for a whole year. The reporters couldn't even report her name. Right?
yeah.
They couldn't even not pronounce her name.
You don't see her out of sight,
That
out of
is.
mind.
Now that's pretty funny. There.
Yeah, you don't see her. You don't use her name. Yeah, it's out of sight, out of mind. Um, and and they have us just hanging out on a string line. We see this man's health is deteriorating fast. Everybody sees it.
Well,
And
people got to think for themselves. I mean, people don't like the truth because the truth hurts.
right, but
You
we have
know, you might love your candidate, but if your candidate cannot prevent war on this country,
right,
you really don't need to be supporting him.
right,
You need to be supporting somebody that's going to keep nuclear weapons from landing over here and
exactly,
destroying this country, just like Russia has destroyed Ukraine, and
right,
killed up so many people.
right.
Now that's what the people need to ask themselves: who do I need to vote for that's going to keep nuclear war away from the United States?
Yeah,
It's as simple as that. Because when it comes to food and money and how you living, are you living better now than you were with Trump, or were you living better with Trump than you are with that? No, that's not gonna matter.
nah,
If war sets out, if they start tearing up this country with nuclear war and bombs like they doing in Ukraine, that's not gonna matter. There's not gonna be no money. It's not gonna be no food. The
no,
first thing you gotta stop this war being declared upon this country. And so we gotta have somebody that's got a backbone to stand up to these people.
yeah.
And
Go ahead.
no, I'm done. I'm fussing. Go ahead.
No, I was just, if we all think back to that time, everybody got swindled, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray. The man ran from his basement at that time. We had no idea of who we thought we were getting wasn't the same man. And that's clear today that it wasn't the same man. We don't know who this guy was when we started seeing what we were seeing. We had no recollections of that guy. It
I
was
already knew.
person, right?
I was like, y'all didn't know.
Well, yeah,
Well,
it's just a lot that we did not know, and that's another reason I believe that a lot of voters is going to go with Trump, because we can't take another chance on being tricked.
the good news is that according to the Echelon poll, Trump has a 7-point lead over President Joe Biden in the key swing states. That's what I was telling you. That's changing now.
Bravo.
Donald has rejoined the balance, and a full 48% of respondents in swing states said they would probably and definitely vote for Trump.
There we go.
Compared with 41% who said they would pick Biden.
Okay.
Trump's lead in swing states is further solidified when Green Party candidate Cornel West is involved. Now, Cornel West is an old university professor. He's written a lot of books, political career. I studied some of his writing and books in college.
Okay.
With 48% of respondents saying they would pick the former president, compared with 40% for Biden. This is what David B. Cohen, a political science professor at the University of Akron, Ohio, told Newsweek. There's always a danger in third-party candidate can impact the electoral college results, particularly if they receive enough votes in a battleground state or states to change the outcome. And in a close election, Cornel West could well be a spoiler. Now, it sounds like to me that Cornel West is trying to run for a Republican for the president. I have not seen that.
Oh no.
So,
No, sir. We've had
look,
that.
I gotta go to break, and so I can research that one right quick, so I can let y'all know right now. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to break, so I can find that out. We'll be back. All right. So I haven't been watching political news for at least 2 or 3 weeks, and I ain't heard nobody.
Yeah.
I have not heard nobody.
Looking younger and maintaining an insanely youthful.
I'm coming back. Excuse me. That was a wrong commercial.
A VPN is great for security and privacy. By hiding your IP address and encrypting your traffic, it shields your data from snoopers and all kinds of cyber attacks. But its protection scope is limited. So, NordVPN is becoming more than just a VPN. We are introducing a brand new feature to the desktop apps, Threat Protection, and it's going to take your digital security to the next level. Once you enable it on your NordVPN app, Threat Protection will guard your device against malicious websites, malware, trackers, and intrusive ads, even if you're not connected to a VPN server at the time. That's right, when you switch it on, it'll stay on, regardless of your VPN connection. Let's take a look at how it can improve your cybersecurity. Online, one wrong turn can spell disaster for your private data, but not with Threat Protection. It blocks dangerous websites that might potentially host malware, even if you click on a dangerous link by accident. Next up, Malware Protection. If you accidentally download an infected file, it's not the end of your devices just yet. Threat Protection scans every file you download. If a file turns out to be infected, it gets deleted immediately before it can wreak havoc on your computer. Most websites you enter are stuffed with trackers that follow you from one page to another, creating a unique profile of who you are and what you like. Threat Protection blocks trackers, so you can surf the net with more privacy. Ever opened a web page only to be bombarded with intrusive ads and loud autoplay videos? Well, they're not only annoying, some of them can actually be a cyber threat. Threat Protection blocks the intrusive and malicious ads on the spot. So, how do you take your device security to the next level? Make sure you have the latest NordVPN app version on your computer. Then open it and click on the little shield. It's the Threat Protection icon. Toggle the switch on and enjoy ultimate security. You can also find Threat Protection Lite on your mobile apps, but it won't block trackers or malicious files on your phone just yet. Step up your cybersecurity and stay safe.
All right, so we are back, and I found the information. Bring it in, Tim.
I wanted to throw in. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, go ahead and throw it in.
I just wanted to throw in one more thing on our last topic that we were talking about. A lot of young people have now lost hope in Biden because, you know, the student loan forgiveness failed.
Well, it failed, but the Supreme Court knocked it down.
Absolutely, but he was practically almost giving folks a guarantee.
He kind of lied. You know, he
did
put his cart
Right.
before the horse.
Yeah.
Well, he did not know that the Republican Party was going to take it to the Supreme Court.
Uh-huh.
And so they did. The Supreme Court ruled and said that he cannot do that. But the Democrats are saying that they're going to appeal it. And so I really don't know why the Supreme Court would say that, basically, because they know how economics have been. They know people
Right.
don't have this money. And
Right.
they try to base their decision on the law. There's no law that can tell you that you cannot help people when times are hard in economic times. So I don't know why they did that anyway.
Yeah.
But yes, I do. I mean, politically, I know why, because we have a majority Republican Supreme Court.
Right.
And, when you have a majority Supreme Court, well, no matter what side it is, what party it is, those will be the decisions get based on the votes by the number of judges. So if you got 4 Republicans and you got 7 Democrats, then an issue that the Republican Party wants will be voted for
Right.
by the Supreme Court. If it was vice versa, it would be Democratic with some Democrats, then the Supreme Court would vote that way. So that's the reason why you can't tell me that the Supreme Court applies law. No, they don't. They provide party favoritism. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So anywho, I found it. Cornel West announces that he's running for president. He says, and this is from Politico.com, he says, I have decided to run for truth and justice, which takes the form of running for president of the United States as a candidate for the People's Party, West said. This was on Monday, so that's why I missed it. It was on 6/5. That was pre-July 4. And he says that he entered the quest for truth. He entered the quest of justice, and the presidency is just one vehicle where you pursue that truth and justice. Well known for his academic activism, he is a former professor of the practice of public philosophy at Harvard University and professor emeritus at Princeton University. In the announcement, he is 70 years old, by the way.
No,
He claimed.
Oh, oh
Tell
my.
that I already brewed him out.
Yeah, he out of there. No, sir.
You can't just laugh at the age. Tim Don was old too.
Donald moves like he's 50.
Yeah,
He
you're right
don't
about
move
that.
like he's his age.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Here's the thing: the president job is not for everybody. All of these fly-by guys, they need to, take that money and do something else with a charity or something. We don't have time to weed through all of these.
Tim say weed through.
Yeah, we got to weed throughout. We don't have time for that anymore. This is not the election for that. Especially if you haven't ran. Look, man, we're in dire times right now. We don't have time to be weeding through all the trash. Excuse me, but we just don't. We just don't have.
You're telling the truth, because the times are not the same as when they were.
No.
Why didn't they come in Obama's time?
Exactly.
That's a time. I mean, he's black. Cornel West is black. Tim Scott is Republican. He's black. Cornel West is running for the People's Party. That's basically the independent party. So he's black. And I don't know what black candidate is running for the Democrats. But anywho, why didn't they come in at Obama's time?
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is not, times were not as precarious,
right,
as they are now. Then that would have been a good time for them to come in. 10 years ago,
Absolutely. And then here's the thing. I hate to keep hitting on Donald, but it just fit. We don't have time for you to get on the job training.
I know, right?
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
Let's get it, that Tim. Let me see. We got to get the audience in. Audience, get that a round of applause. Really, hurry up. Yes. We don't have time for no on-the-job training. That's what happened.
That take 3 years in itself.
Y'all can see how that's feeling with Biden.
Absolutely.
And then the thing about it was Trump didn't need any on-the-job training because he was already a very successful businessman.
Exactly.
When you are successful in business, you can pretty much adapt and multitask and maneuver,
right? And
be a quick study,
right?
But coming from an academic field, now we don't got time to train you, Cornell. Nah. I'm sorry.
The train has left the station. No, sir.
Tim Scott is the senator, but now, Tim, we really don't have time to change you.
No, we don't.
To train you, even though you got my son's name.
Yeah,
but no. We don't have time to train you.
No.
That's just like it was when what's his name was running. Well, he was he the one? No, I forgot who was that. There's somebody else that was black running for the 2020 election. I forgot. Anywho, we don't have time for on-the-job training. We got to have somebody in there that already knows President Xi from China, that already knows Putin from Russia, that already knows Kim Jong-un from North Korea, and know how to deal with them.
Right.
Because
absolutely.
They did not do all this crazy stuff. They didn't dare come in our airspace. They didn't dare come anywhere near our Navy. They didn't dare do any of that stuff that they're doing now.
Right. You know, and this should be common sense. I mean, who do you want in the office making life and death decisions for us? A guy that's did the job or a guy that don't have any experience in the job? It's not rocket science.
We got some comments in here. Let me see if I can get them in.
Okay.
Oh, Carson, that's Kathy. So you are rocking it tonight. Thank you, Kathy. Well, yeah, you know, for me, war is my number one priority.
Right.
Like I said, nothing else is going to matter if you can't get Putin have somebody put Putin back in his place, because he had forgot his station. Biden, he not paying Biden any attention. President Xi, he was quiet as a house mouse.
Yeah.
Until Biden got in.
Yeah.
And then when Biden got in here, even President Xi come thinking he got some small balls.
Yeah.
You know, he acting up. He don't go and partner with Putin.
Yeah.
He never would have done that.
No.
He never would have done that with Donald Trump. He just never would have.
Right.
You know, I just know he wouldn't have. Because why? You know, sometimes this is way. See, I watch a lot of history. I know a lot of history. And a lot of people wondered why the kings of England were so cruel. But they had to be.
Yeah. Because
of other leaders. Like, for instance, in this particular situation, we don't have kings, but they're the same as kings.
Yeah.
So, and these kings, back in the olden times, they had to protect their territories.
Correct.
They had to protect, and in order to protect their territories and the people of their territories, they had to be feared. Yeah. They really, really had to be feared by other kingdoms.
Yeah, another terminology, ruling with an iron fist. Yeah.
And see, we are just not, you know, presidents is a terminology used now. But if presidents are not feared, then other kingdoms will just try to run you out and run over you and take what they want. They keep on taking.
Right.
And that's exactly what is going on. And instead of the administration that we have now doing a defense, they're doing an offense.
Yeah.
For instance, the Supreme Court also had to rule against Biden and his staff people from contacting Facebook and all these social media platforms to tell them to stop silencing conservative voices.
Right.
The Republicans filed a lawsuit, and they won that lawsuit.
Good.
Because was found that the White House was censoring and having Facebook and these social media platforms to close accounts of conservative people, conservative voices.
Right.
And that which was a mainstream attack on your First Amendment.
Yes,
the
indeed.
First Amendment by the government. What does that sound like? That sounds like communism, right?
It does.
And that's why I say, instead of doing defense, they backing stuff and coming up with offense stuff that goes against our Constitution.
Right.
That's the very first thing that our Constitution guarantees for us as citizens. Freedom of speech. And that's why I tell everybody at the end of my shows, look, free speech is a philosophy. It is not a policy. Nobody is supposed to put a policy on your speech.
That's right.
And guess what? The Supreme Court agrees with me on that. That was a successful ruling. So with the Supreme Court, the Democrats got one this week, and the Republicans got one this week.
All right.
So now this, on a fun note, we're gonna end the show on this note.
Okay.
President Biden told his staff and everybody else, and all the media, all his media folks and his spokespeople and everybody, that if anybody asks, he only has 6 grandchildren. He does not have 7.
Oh my God. What?
Hunter Biden had I don't know if it was a one-night stand or an affair with a stripper that lives in Arkansas, not one of our neighboring states.
Yeah.
And the little girl is beautiful, I don't know what, and the mom is a fine chick, looks better than the wife he got. Yes, I think the little girl is like 10 years old now.
Okay.
So she has come to light out with that, and a DNA test has been done to prove that is his daughter. And I don't understand it, but he is not recognizing the child. But now remember, when he campaigned, he was the one that's supposed to bring decency and honesty and family values back to the country. But yet, you telling the world on yesterday, you only got 6 grandchildren when you actually got 7. You disowning the child, and you taught your son, you're teaching your son to disown the child.
Yeah.
See that? If anybody was going to vote for him, for a lot of people, he just doesn't realize the importance of that to a lot of people.
Right.
He just lost a bunch of votes, whether he knows it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, if we go back in history, a lot of powerful families or whatnot would always threaten their children going against the family is to be ridden out of the wheel.
Yeah, and the thing with the kings was that they did not claim illegitimate children.
They did not.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But Biden, you are not a king. Okay.
Better not tell him that.
Biden, you are not a king. And we're going to end that. That's why I say that was my fun fact for tonight. All right. My fun fact, Biden is not a king. All right. Love me. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Tim, your closing remarks.
Oh, man, another great show. Glad we did the show tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by and spending time with us out of you all's busy evening. We look forward to doing it again next Thursday, so be there or be square.
All right. I love it. All right, you guys. Look, as I said, we wasn't intending to have a show, but it was a good one. And so I'll be posting it everywhere. Kathy, we did it just for you.
Yes, Kathy.
I'll go ahead and share it because I didn't even share it until we went live. So I'll go ahead and share it after the show, and then we'll see how many people got a chance to came on in and watch us on replay tomorrow when they go to work.
All right.
You know what people do like that.
Yeah.
They don't use up their internet. They use the work internet.
Yeah.
All right. So my closing remark is as always. Always remember, free thought is a philosophy. It is not a policy. And guess what? The Supreme Court of the United States agrees. All right, y'all.
Right.
That's our time.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.